Another Chicago Bears draft pick is in, and it is sponsored by Rex MD. Don't feel like you're letting your significant other down in the bedroom. Pick up some steam with Rex MD. It's rexmd.com/chat. You can find generic Cialis and Viagra for up to 90% off, just $2 per dose. We'll tell you more about the number one leader in men's telehealth just in a moment. The Bears have made another pick here at number 64 overall. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. It is Zacch Pickens, the defensive lineman out of South Carolina. Interesting day, too, I'll say this, for Ryan Poles and Chicago. We broke down the Gervon Dexter pick. I thought it was a tick early. I'd probably say the same here about Zacch Pickens, but I think the one word I would say when it comes to this day 2 for Ryan Poles in Chicago is upside. Zacch Pickens has massive potential. He was a former 5-star recruit, just under 6'4", 291 pounds. I think he fits the mold more of a 3-tech defensive lineman, so we'll see how Matt Eberflus and this defensive staff mix and match with him and Gervon Dexter. Tom Downey, a little lower on Pickens than I am. He had him as his number 108 overall player, so a 4th-round grade. I had Pickens as like a mid-late third type of guy. I do think it's early at 64, but again, it's an upside pick. If he ends up reaching his potential, then you probably got a steal. But to do too many gambles here is interesting. I'll just put it that way when it comes to Zacch Pickens. You look at the scouting report, again, that had a huge profile coming out of high school, top 10 recruit, didn't live up to those expectations at South Carolina. He flashes, though, just like Dexter. Power, length, athletic upside. Technique needs to improve. And motor needs to step up. Hopefully the hits principles help in that latter regard. Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus want guys who bring the heat on every single play. No plays off. That's the mentality here in Chicago. So, again, I kind of sit here and I'm like, I understand these picks. I don't love them. I'm not going to sit up here and, ride ponies into the sunset and tell you every pick is an A. I gave Gervon Dexter a C. I'd probably give this one a C+. I like it a tick more. It's 11 picks later. I think Pickens and Dexter, to me, were in a similar range. But here's the nice thing. A, you've got to get bodies on your defensive line, and I like that you're doing it with guys with athletic upside. Pickens, like Dexter, high relative athletic score, 9.23 out of 10, so that's very high. And B, you just got to get athleticism on both sides of the ball, period. Your defensive line stinks. You need guys who can get after the quarterback, and while Pickens and Dexter haven't reached their full potential production-wise, they're capable players athletically, and the Bears clearly think that they can coach these guys up and get the best out of them. So grade the pick, A, B, C, D, or F. Zacch Pickens to the Chicago Bears at number 64 overall. I'll go C+. It's another risk-reward type of pick, but you know what this is kind of telling me too? Ryan Poles is viewing this as a multi-year rebuild, that, hey, we're going to take guys with upside and try and coach them up. I think that much has been clear with the Pickens and Dexter pick. 2 players that do help fill positions of need along the defensive line. Subscribe to the channel now for the latest Chicago Bears draft coverage, news, rumors, trades. Poles has traded twice in this NFL draft. We're going to break it all down for you here on this channel. It's youtube.com/Bears Now. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to keep you guys in the loop for the latest draft coverage. Like Gervon Dexter, athletic traits, check. Production, not so much. 2.5 sacks, 4 tackles for loss. You'd like to see more. But similar to Dexter at Florida, Pickens at South Carolina, not a lot of talent around him. Now, the Bears defense kind of has a mixture of talent. I think their talent is more on the back 7. But can he get good NFL coaching and untap that potential? I think it's certainly possible. We've seen plenty of examples of guys who had athletic traits, who had upside, didn't get it for whatever reason in college, and then they get NFL coaching and they take that step. Hopefully at least one of Pickens or Dexter, ideally both, can connect and end up reaching their potential. Fellas, today's show is sponsored by Rex MD. Do you sometimes lack confidence in the bedroom? We've all been there at times. Do you wish you could fulfill yourself with a better sex life? That's why we're excited to tell you about Rex MD, the online source for men's wellness. They offer an easy and discreet way to get the medication you need for ED without having to visit a doctor's office. With just a few clicks, you can have your medication delivered straight to your door and at a fraction of the cost of traditional pharmacies. RexMD's team of licensed physicians will work with you to find the right treatment plan, and their medication is made in the United States, so you can trust its quality. Plus, their customer support team is available 24/7 to answer any questions or concerns that you may have. So if you're ready to take control of your life and say goodbye to ED, head on over to rexmd.com/chat. Start your consultation today. Take advantage of their best deal that they've ever offered and save up to 90% off. Only paid $2 per dosage with our exclusive link. It's rexmd.com/chat to get this limited time offer up to 90% off. That link is in the comments and in the description of this video. It's rexmd.com/chat. Kick your sex life back into gear. Dane Brugler on Zacch Pickens here. He says he must continue to hone in his hand techniques as a rusher and anchor in the run game, but he plays on his feet with the agility, balance, and length to instinctively react to blockers. He projects as a rotational tackle as a rookie with starting upside. We'll get this depth chart updated by day 3 of the draft, but you start to think what you have now. You add Zacch Pickens, you add Gervon, Dexter. You've at least got good rotation bodies. Now, you need a couple of these guys to be high-level starters. DeMarcus Walker is a vet. You need him to produce. Rasheem Green, Justin Jones continue to be a rotation guy that you can rely on. Hopefully Dexter or Pickens can replace him as a starter as a rookie. Andrew Billings, I like that pickup in free agency. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. You're going upside here. And look, if you're going to go with a questionable pick, I would rather do it with guys who have high athletic traits. And Pickens and Dexter have that. Would I have done that with 2 players? Maybe, maybe not. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say, why not Adetomo Adebawore? It's kind of the same deal. You're kind of going projection with athleticism there. I'm not sure why the Bears opted for Pickens and Dexter. Maybe there's a medical concern with Adebawore. I'm not sure. But it's not like he's a polished product either. Like, there's a lot of banking on upside there. So it's not like that would have been a clear, better option for Chicago. You look at the Bears draft haul so far. I'll kind of go pick by pick, and we'll have a grades video later tonight. Darnell Wright, love the pick. I think it's a great selection. Helps protect Justin Fields. Gervon Dexter Sr., lukewarm. It's a boom-bust type of selection there in round 2. I thought it was too early. Not my favorite pick. Probably my least favorite out of the 4, if I'm being honest. Tyrique Stevenson, maybe your best value pick yet. I thought he was worthy of a top 40 selection. You get him at 56, trade up and go get him with conviction. I like that because I think he was the best corner on the board at the time. Maybe Keely Ringo, but I think Stevenson shot past him in the draft process. And then Zacch Pickens, who I like a little better than Dexter. I think he's got better potential, and I think he could fit better as a 3-tech, a more position of value on this defense. So I like that one a little bit better than Dexter. I think overall it's been a good draft. It's not been a grand slam draft, at least right away. The potential for it to be is there because you've drafted 4 very athletic players. The word upside keeps coming back to me. Like, all these guys have huge upside and potential with athleticism, but you do also want to mix in more picks of guys who are, quote unquote, more certain. Now, no one's certain at this point in the draft. We know that. But you want to continue to build this around Justin Fields, which you did with Darnell Wright, obviously the DJ Moore trade. You want to get guys in the trenches, which you've done, which I will commend Poles for that. He's getting guys in the trenches on both sides of the ball. You get Wright yesterday. You get Dexter and Pickens today, so I like that. Can you find some edge help now? I mean, you're still kind of lacking there. Maybe they view Pickens as a guy who can kick out the edge. He's got that athleticism, so we'll have to wait and see on that front. What's been your favorite pick so far? If you had to pick out of the 4, for me, it's either Darnell Wright or Stevenson. I'll lean Wright because it helps protect Justin Fields, but I think Tyrique Stevenson is also a guy in terms of value. I just love the pick. You needed a second outside corner, and he's just athletically, the upside is just so good there, and he's been productive too. Like, he's less of a wild card in my opinion than a guy like Dexter or Pickens. So let me know what your favorite pick has been at this point in time. All right, that's where we're at in the NFL draft. The Bears don't have any picks left today, so we will see what they do throughout the rest of the draft. Will they trade back up into day 2? I doubt it. I tend to think they're probably done today. But if they do, we'll have you covered with the video. If not, we'll have a draft grades video tonight, kind of wrapping up what the Bears have done up to this point. So be on the lookout for that. Chicago Bears Now, your coverage for NFL Draft on YouTube.